So moving into just some personal advice from each of us, I just wanted to share my biggest tip is to start early. Being here is a great first start. Maybe you haven't started the application yet because you wanted to get the overview from us and ask any questions, but really starting as soon as you can is going to really benefit you. There is so much information that you can put into this application, and you want to make sure that you're giving it the time that it deserves. I also recommend reaching out to previous winners. Again, being here is a great start. You have me and Andrew to talk to. But there are 53 winners before us that are all really so willing and open to help these new nominees move forward in the process. And they have all been a great resource to me. I know I reached out to some while I was filling out mine, and I cannot recommend it enough. So those would be my biggest words of advice.
Yeah, so I have a couple of things that I would recommend. Firstly, I know all of the additional documentation is optional, but I would highly recommend looking into finding letters of recommendation that really help tell the story of who you are as a leader. I know it's optional again, but believe at least of all of the recent winners I know, they all had at least one letter of recommendation in there. And then beyond that, as you go through this application, if you're looking to do well, the advice I received is you want to try to tell a story. So not just listing out here are the things you've done, but like who are you? Because all they have to go off of is what you write down. Also, don't worry about writing too much. I highly recommend putting it into a separate document to write. And I know I don't even know how many pages worth, but it comes out to a lot as long as it's within the limits. But really tell the story of who you are. I know I tried to focus on a few different parts that talked about who I was as an applicant. There was the educational side, so who I was in school, the brother, so part of the fraternity, as well as who I am at work, obviously still in college, but talking about internship experiences, other opportunities to go above and beyond, and try to just communicate your story and give people something to hold on to because you want them to read your application and think, yes, this is the person wholeheartedly that I believe should win this award.
I'm going to offer a couple of pieces as well, even though I am not a Collegian of the Year. I'm going to speak a little bit more from the staff side and the management side. Gracie's going to probably touch on this again. Andrew already touched about it, and I can't reiterate it enough. Start early. Make sure that from the logistical side that the application is accessible. Please, 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 if you are having issues with it, email awards@dsp.org, hub@dsp.org, me directly, havens@dsp.org. We want to make sure that that is working for you. And then also, I can't stress enough to also use that Microsoft Word or Google Docs, because they have word counts, because there are specific word counts, as Andrew was mentioning, on those essays. The last piece of advice from a logistical standpoint, and I think I'm stealing Gracie's thunder, but you probably can't hear this enough. I am a Mac user. I love my Mac users. Work makes me use a PC, but I would highly recommend that not everybody in the world is a Mac user. So if you tend to do your word processing in the Mac software like Pages or Numbers, turn it into a PDF or turn it into a Google Doc or turn it into a Word doc before you add it to your application, because not all of our reviewers will have access to reading those if you have them uploaded as the Apple equivalent software. So again, I'm a Mac user, nothing against my Mac users. I love you all. I just want to make sure that our reviewers can see your materials.
Absolutely.